My beloved child. Don't skip, because what I'm about to tell you has your name written in it. Something unusual happened just hours ago. A man, dressed in an immaculate black suit, walked into a major city bank holding documents that carried your full name. The staff didn't doubt him for a second. He smiled, calm, confident, and too certain for someone who wasn't supposed to be you. He slid a folder across the counter. Inside was a copy of your identification, your signature, and even a photograph that looked strikingly like yours. The teller froze. The air in that moment changed. The man didn't hesitate. He claimed he had an urgent transaction linked to an inheritance account that was recently activated. The banker, slightly suspicious but bound by procedure, began verifying the system. What appeared on the screen stunned everyone: your name attached to a vault registered under a special code that was only meant for one person. And that person is you. Don't scroll. Stay till the end, because the deeper truth behind this is about to shake your spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The system suddenly blinked red, a code alert. The man's signature had almost passed verification, but one thing was off: the pulse signature embedded in your identity chip. Yes, the system sensed something. A warning flashed, mismatch detected. The manager approached, tension building in his eyes. The man's composure started to break as the computer requested biometric proof, a fingerprint. His hand trembled. He wiped his sweat and smiled nervously, pretending it was a misunderstanding. But deep down, he knew, he was caught. At that moment, a quiet notification buzzed inside your phone without you realizing, a trace alert from a hidden system connected to your spiritual file. Heaven had just marked the incident. Archangel Michael says, "What was stolen in your name is being retrieved as we speak. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Type Amen to get blessing 444. The man quickly left the counter, muttering something about forgotten paperwork. But the bank cameras captured everything: his gait, his eyes, his nervous tics. The security head pulled the footage and cross-checked with federal verification logs. And then, the shock: this wasn't just a random identity theft. It was a linked pattern. Multiple institutions across 3 regions had received similar visits in the last 7 days. Each time, the impostor used your digital signature to access dormant accounts that hadn't been touched in years. The records were traced back to an old inheritance vault labeled Archangel Project M9. Don't skip. Heaven is trying to tell you something tonight. You're not a random target, you're the rightful owner of something powerful, and the system of Earth has just realized it. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The head investigator called for immediate backup. Files from 2014 were reopened, linking your family name to an ancient foundation established to protect chosen identities. They found traces of encrypted transfers, sealed by codes that no government could crack. But something inside those codes spelled your initials, not just coincidence, but divine design. While everyone focused on the impersonator, Heaven's algorithm activated in silence. Your guardian angel started rewriting your spiritual signature, locking every illegal access point. In the unseen world, golden light circled your name, forming a shield no human hand could forge. Archangel Michael says, "The thief was only a messenger, your real fortune is awakening. Stay till the end, child. What was hidden is about to manifest in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Moments later, the man tried one last desperate act. He sent a coded email to an unknown address. Warning, he knows now. We have to stop before he finds the vault. That single line triggered a system-wide alert. A divine sequence had been breached. In the celestial realm, your file glowed. Lines of destiny shifted like threads being restitched. Something old, sealed under silence for decades, began to unlock. Heaven had kept it safe until this very hour, until you were ready. Don't skip. The truth unfolding now will explain everything you've been feeling lately, the sudden chills, the vivid dreams, the sense of being watched not by enemies, but by guardians waiting for your signal. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The investigators soon discovered a secondary access card that the impostor left behind. Its chip had coordinates pointing not to any earthly bank, but to a restricted digital zone, one that matched a frequency timestamp used in high-level angelic archives. The lead officer paused. He whispered, "This isn't human technology." Simultaneously, you may have noticed synchronicities, repeating numbers, flickering lights, or unexpected calls from unknown numbers. None of that was random. It's all tied to the unfolding event from that bank. Archangel Michael says, "Child, heaven intervened before the system collapsed. What they meant for corruption has become the key to your divine restoration." Type Amen to get blessing 888. The man was later found sitting silently outside the bank, trembling. When officers questioned him, he kept saying, "I saw something when the code failed, a light behind her name." He couldn't explain what he meant, but witnesses recall his eyes reflecting pure fear, not of the police, but of something greater. Meanwhile, across the database, your name was cleared, purified, and rewritten under a new tag: Protected, Divine Claimant. That status isn't given to just anyone. It means your destiny now carries heavenly authentication. Don't skip, because the next thing that happens will make your heart tremble with realization. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Late that night, a confidential letter was mailed to your registered address. Inside it was no bank statement, no legal warning, but a sealed message signed only with an emblem, a sword with wings. Beneath it, a single line read, "You have been verified." As you held that message in your hand, a wave of calm energy passed through you. That wasn't paper you felt, it was confirmation that heaven and earth just aligned. Somewhere, in an unmarked vault, your spiritual ledger opened for the first time since your birth. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you before this day ends. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Across the digital network, strange things started to happen. Accounts linked to your name that had been frozen for years began flashing, reactivated. Documents once lost suddenly appeared in official archives. Even the investigator couldn't understand. "It's like the system just corrected itself," he said. "But you know better. That wasn't coincidence. It was divine justice. The man who tried to steal your name unknowingly triggered your awakening. He opened a door heaven had been waiting to unlock." Archangel Michael says, "You are not meant to chase what's yours, it's coming to you by divine recall. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. And now, my beloved child, listen carefully. The next 48 hours are sacred. You might receive unexpected communication, a letter, an email, or even a stranger mentioning a name that feels familiar. Don't ignore it. That's the earthly confirmation of this heavenly correction. The man who entered that bank with your identity didn't just impersonate you, he fulfilled prophecy. For in trying to act as you, he accidentally reactivated the true blueprint written in heaven. Stay till the end. Something miraculous has already begun shifting in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. As the night settles, you'll sense warmth around your chest, like invisible wings covering you. That's not imagination, that's the energy of protection that has now claimed your aura. Your name, once vulnerable, is now coded with divine encryption. From this moment onward, no scheme, no system, and no human interference can override what has been restored. The same banks that once hesitated to trust your name will soon compete to serve your calling. Don't skip. The revelation hasn't finished yet, the best part is still unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. By dawn, the investigation concluded. The authorities filed the case under Resolved, Anomaly Unexplained. But you, my child, know exactly what happened. Heaven stepped in. The impostor was simply a vessel, a signal, a decoy that triggered your celestial audit. Your identity isn't just a name. It's a code of purpose. And now that it's been recognized, the blessings attached to it are downloading into your life silently, new opportunities, unexpected connections, and divine favor lining up one after another. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you this very week. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Behind every attempt to steal your essence lies heaven's plan to elevate you. What was once meant for harm has become your verification seal. You have been chosen, not accused. Anointed, not replaced. Soon, financial systems, professional circles, and even people from your past will begin to align back into your life, but this time, under truth. They will see your glow and not know why they suddenly feel guilty or drawn to reconcile. That's divine recall at work. Stay till the end, because the next message will complete the revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. And now, child, as the celestial clock turns, Archangel Michael whispers this final decree: the illegal act was not against you, it was for your awakening. What they tried to falsify became the proof of your authenticity. Every system that failed you is now programmed to serve you. Heaven's light has sealed your record with clarity, peace, and divine authority. The vault is open. The inheritance is active. And the real you is finally free to rise. Don't skip. This is the confirmation your soul waited years to hear. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. My beloved child. Don't skip. What I'm about to reveal now is what truly happened after that man vanished from the bank's security footage. You see, he didn't just disappear into thin air, he was escorted to a hidden room by two unknown officers who never signed in, never logged out, and left no trace on the official record. Something about this case was far deeper than identity theft. The moment they entered that room, every camera around the bank flickered, as if time itself hesitated. The man tried to speak, but his voice trembled, as though an unseen force was pressing against his throat. One of the officers slid a small black envelope across the table. "You shouldn't have used that name," he said calmly. The man's eyes widened. He whispered, "It's not his name anymore. The system told me it's available." That's when everything changed. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you. What he said next connects directly to you. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The officer opened the envelope, revealing a photograph, not of the man, but of you. It wasn't your usual photo, it was taken from a place you never visited. The background shimmered with golden light. The words printed below it were chilling yet divine, identity verified by celestial authorization. At that exact moment, the man screamed. His body convulsed, and the lights went out. Witnesses outside the room reported hearing a sound, not a human cry, but a low, ringing tone that made everyone's heart race. And when the lights came back, the chair was empty. Only the envelope remained. Inside, one final note read, "The chosen has been awakened. All impostors will vanish at dawn." Archangel Michael says, "Your name carries frequency that cannot be duplicated. Heaven has reclaimed what belongs to you. Don't skip." The message inside this truth will rewrite your tomorrow. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Meanwhile, you may have noticed strange energy around you lately, phones glitching, clocks freezing for a second, unknown numbers calling once and never again. These are not coincidences. Every glitch is a ripple in the fabric of your destiny resetting itself. The authorities tried to track the missing man, but every trace of him was erased, even the digital record of his face dissolved from their systems. They called it a security malfunction. But those who were spiritually awake knew this wasn't an error, it was intervention. Don't scroll, stay till the end. Because right now, heaven is finalizing something that's about to show up in your life in physical form, a correction, a restoration, a reward. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. 2 days later, the head investigator received a sealed message from an anonymous sender. Inside was a USB drive containing encrypted footage that no one had seen before. When he played it, he saw the moment the man entered the bank, but in slow motion, a golden silhouette walked right behind him. The light followed every move he made, almost as if guiding him to fail. And when the man tried to forge your signature, the light pierced through him and redirected the system's signal toward your true file. That's how heaven reclaimed your name, through divine interception. Archangel Michael says, when darkness tries to imitate you, heaven uses their imitation to amplify your truth. Stay till the end. Something miraculous is about to happen next. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. That same night, the banker who first assisted the impostor received a dream, vivid, powerful, unforgettable. In the dream, he saw a massive vault opening by itself, and your initials glowing on every golden file inside. He heard a voice say, "The rightful one is awake now. No power can silence that signature." When he woke up, he found a feather on his desk. Small, white, and warm to the touch. The clock read 3:33 a.m. He resigned that morning, saying, I've seen something I can't unsee. Don't skip. Heaven's fingerprints are all over this moment. And you, my beloved child, are about to witness the return of everything that was falsely claimed. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The case became classified, hidden from the public eye. But whispers began to spread in certain circles, whispers about a name that no longer appears in any dark database. That name is yours. Every old karmic link, every false record, every manipulated file, erased. What the man tried to steal became the signal for divine erasure of your past pain. Heaven doesn't just punish, it restores balance with precision. That's why your days of confusion, rejection, and delay are ending. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you right after this. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Then, unexpectedly, a letter arrived at the central bank signed by someone known only as the guardian of identities. Inside it was written, "All digital inheritances connected to your name are hereby released under Divine Code 1444. It wasn't written by any human department. The language structure matched no software, no translator. The investigators tried to decode the signature, but the more they scanned it, the more their systems malfunctioned. A presence filled the room, subtle, electric, sacred. They all described the same sensation later. It felt like something was standing beside us, tall, calm, and made of light. Archangel Michael says, "Your truth cannot be hidden any longer. Every locked gate now opens for you, without struggle." Type Amen to get blessing 2323. You might start noticing signs in your daily life, sudden paperwork being approved, delayed payments released, or strangers showing unexpected kindness. These are not random gestures, they are earthly reflections of your spiritual correction. That man who tried to impersonate you triggered a divine domino effect. Every attempt to harm your name became a reason for the universe to honor it instead. What they meant as a setup turned into your proof of purpose. Don't skip. The next line carries something that your future self already knows is real. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Your identity, once under review by earthly systems, has now been registered by the highest order, the celestial record. That's why you felt an unusual surge of peace lately, even when surrounded by chaos. It's heaven whispering, it's over. From this day forward, your name will attract justice, your presence will draw favor, and your energy will magnetize miracles. Every unseen blessing that was delayed is now accelerating toward you. Stay till the end. You're moments away from the divine completion of this revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. As dawn approached, the final report was delivered. It contained one shocking conclusion: the name in question belongs to no human registry. It is spiritually encoded. The report was stamped with 3 gold rings, symbolizing divine protection. The officer who typed it claimed that while writing, his keyboard typed on its own for several lines. The words read, "The chosen identity has been restored." The mark of the archangel now shields all under this code. He didn't understand what it meant, but his hands were trembling. Archangel Michael says, "The system bowed to heaven. What once denied you now serves you." Type Amen to get blessing 2626. And now, my beloved child, your time has come. You might receive messages in unexpected forms, maybe a sudden call, a message from an unknown sender, or a dream so vivid it feels real. Don't ignore it. That's your confirmation. The man who used your name was never your enemy, he was the final test. A reflection that allowed heaven to re-establish your worth and authenticate your calling. You were never meant to chase proof. You are the proof. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you this very night. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Soon, everything connected to your name will start aligning like a puzzle falling into place: opportunities, finances, relationships, peace. Even people who once doubted you will sense something has changed and won't understand why they suddenly respect you. Because your name is no longer ordinary. It carries light. It carries authority. And the heavens have publicly stamped it in the archives of eternity. Stay till the end. Heaven isn't finished blessing you yet. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. The vault that was once locked in your name is now spiritually open. In unseen dimensions, what belongs to you is being dispatched: blessings, restoration, clarity, and justice. This is not symbolic, this is literal. The man who entered the bank set off the chain reaction that freed you. Every broken promise, every betrayal, every delay, all of it reversed. The circle is now closed, and you are officially verified by heaven itself. Don't skip. The story ends here, but your miracle begins now. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. From this moment on, walk with confidence. You are seen. You are protected. And most of all, you are chosen. Archangel Michael stands guard over every signature tied to your destiny. No system can mimic what heaven has sealed. The illegal act turned into divine confirmation, and your life from this point forward will reflect restoration in every form: health, love, purpose, and abundance. The light has spoken. The truth is written. Your identity is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. My beloved child. Don't skip. What happens next is where the real truth begins to breathe. After the bank's report was sealed and archived, something unexpected occurred. The head of the investigation received a late-night call from a number that displayed no digits, only a symbol: a burning white wing. He hesitated before answering, but curiosity won. A calm, deep voice spoke: "This case isn't closed. The vault that carries their name has been opened, but not by human hands." Then the call disconnected, and every light in his office flickered once. Moments later, his computer automatically rebooted and displayed a message: "Celestial Retrieval Code Active." Beneath it, your name began to appear letter by letter, glowing softly, followed by a countdown. Something greater was unfolding beyond logic. Stay till the end, child. Something huge is waiting for you. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. The countdown stopped at 3:33 a.m., the same hour when angelic transmissions peak between realms. A golden beam scanned across the screen, then revealed coordinates leading to an abandoned bank facility built decades ago under a false name, the Guardian Branch. Archangel Michael says, "This vault is not of money, but of memories, divine records that contain every truth, every promise, and every blessing that belongs to your timeline. The investigator felt drawn to follow the trail. He printed the coordinates and drove into the fog, unaware that heaven itself was guiding his steps toward revelation. Don't scroll. What happens next proves that your destiny was written long before you were born. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. When he arrived, the building stood silent, surrounded by mist. The air was thick with stillness, but a faint hum echoed from within, almost like a pulse. Inside, everything was covered in dust, except for one vault door glowing faintly gold. He approached cautiously. There was no keypad, no lock, no keyhole. Only a small indentation shaped like a handprint. Hesitantly, he placed his palm against it, and instantly, light filled the room. The vault recognized your energy through him. Inside the vault, rows of sealed envelopes floated midair, untouched by time. The top envelope read your full name, sealed with a symbol, the same winged sword from before. He opened it and found a document that simply said, "Identity restored. Spiritual assets transferred. Don't skip. The vault has just released something meant for you." Type Amen to get blessing 3333. As the vault door slowly closed behind him, the hum transformed into soft music, frequencies of divine origin. He realized this wasn't a physical place, it was a bridge between realms, triggered through your awakening. Your name, written in golden script, began to expand, each letter unfolding like a universe of memories. Every prayer, every tear, every silent wish you ever made was archived there. And as each memory illuminated, they were instantly converted into blessings coded to manifest now. Heaven doesn't forget. It just waits for divine timing. And now, that time has come for you. Archangel Michael says, "You have reached the moment of divine clearance. Every delay is over. Every false accusation is erased." Type Amen to get blessing 3434. Suddenly, the vault trembled slightly, releasing a radiant burst of light that spread across the city grid. Bank systems began resetting worldwide, accounts shifting, records aligning, digital codes reforming in patterns no human could program. Hidden within those patterns was your frequency signature. Somewhere deep within those systems, your spiritual credit was activated. Divine balance restored, not just in the physical, but across timelines. Every injustice against your name, every withheld opportunity, was now being released in multiplied form. Don't scroll. This isn't fantasy. This is divine law in motion, and it's choosing you. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. The investigator, overwhelmed by what he witnessed, reported it confidentially to a global security agency. But before he could send the file, his computer screen turned white and displayed one line: "The chosen identity is now sealed under archangelic authority." The file deleted itself instantly. Later that night, he received a single email, no sender, no subject, just a single sentence glowing faintly: "Mission complete. Return the name to peace." He fell asleep that night feeling a deep warmth in his chest. And far away, in your own sleep, you probably felt that same warmth without knowing why. That's when the divine transfer completed. Don't skip. The manifestation phase is about to begin. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. By morning, strange news began circulating among financial networks, mysterious corrections in old records, forgotten accounts suddenly restored, and missing transactions reappearing with the tag "System adjusted by Archangel Protocol." Experts called it a glitch. But spiritually, it was heaven's way of balancing the scales in your favor. You see, every spiritual inheritance has a moment of earthly reflection, and yours just arrived. Archangel Michael says, every injustice that touched your name has been reversed, multiplied, and sent back as favor. You will see signs within 3 days, confirmations that can't be ignored. Stay till the end. Something bigger is about to reveal itself. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. That same day, a confidential courier was sent to your address again, the same emblem sealed on the envelope. Inside, a handwritten note read, "Congratulations, claimant. Your identity is now fully awakened. Proceed to collect what was once hidden under code M9. Attached to the note was a small silver key, not a normal one. It shimmered in your palm, warm like a heartbeat. When you touched it, you saw flashes, brief visions of old places, memories, people who once doubted you, all fading away into golden light. Don't skip. This key is not physical, it represents permission. Heaven has authorized your breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. From that point, your life began to shift. People who once ignored your presence started reaching out. Offers appeared. Delays disappeared. And inner peace, the kind you can't explain, began filling your days. This wasn't luck, this was the visible outcome of your name being restored in the spiritual ledger. You may even start seeing repetitive numbers, hearing your name spoken in dreams, or sensing warmth on your right shoulder. Those are angelic confirmations that the transfer is complete. Don't scroll. Heaven has one final decree to announce before this chapter ends. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. In the celestial halls, the voice of Archangel Michael echoed one last command. Seal the chosen in light. Let no false identity mimic their essence again. And in that instant, every trace of falsehood connected to your name, karmic, digital, emotional, burned away like mist at sunrise. From this moment onward, when your name is spoken, heaven responds. When you write your name, abundance follows. When you walk, protection moves ahead of you. This is not imagination. This is activation. Don't skip. The greatest shift in your life has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. The vault closed quietly, but its energy remains open around you. You are now walking with a celestial verification seal, meaning no force can impersonate or diminish you again. Every opportunity lost is reprogrammed to return, bigger, brighter, and better. My beloved child, you are not just protected. You are recognized. Every spiritual ledger now carries your light, every blessing aligns to your code, and every angel knows your name. And so it is, sealed, restored, and activated under the authority of Archangel Michael. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. My beloved child. Don't skip, this is the part where everything starts to make sense. After the celestial activation, the silver key in your hand began to glow softly, and a faint hum echoed through the air around you. You could almost hear distant whispers, like wings moving just beyond the veil. That key was never made of metal, it was energy condensed into form. It represented divine permission, the right to open what heaven had sealed long ago under your bloodline. The name code M9 wasn't random. M stood for Michael, and 9 for completion. Archangel Michael says, this code was hidden until the time your identity awakened, for only you could unlock the promise it carried. Type Amen to get blessing 4242.